Hello, hello, dear air signs, my beautiful air elements, so Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking, and thank you for joining me here. These are your love readings. We're doing them as an elemental, the first part of the video, and then what will follow is for the individual signs. So we've got Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. There will be a mini reading. For a longer individual reading, please consider joining us on Patreon. You can get the links beneath the video, and I will also have timestamps beneath the video so you can go straight to your sign. So August of 2023, and in love, what's going on? Now, Venus is retrograding the whole month of August in the sign of Leo. So for Aquarius, this is very, very important because it's happening for them pertaining to the other people. So very important for love relationships for Aquarius. Venus will turn retrograde. Well, she's turned retrograde. She will turn direct early September, so around the 4th of September. So that's when the resolutions will return. You will find your way in love. And if you're interested in the Venus retrograde astrology, again, it is on Patreon, on tier 3, as we go into the analysis of the Venus retrograde and what it could mean for you. All right. Let's see what's going on in the month of August for Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra for the air element. I'm taking a 5-card spread. It's these decks that I will be using for the individual signs, and this is the pre-Raphaelite tarot, and we'll be using the Tarot of Sexual Magic and the Gilded Reverie Lenormand and the Lover's Path Tarot, and this is the Psychic Tarot of the Heart and a little Greek deck, Love Oracle, that I've got. And I will also be taking my little handwritten messages on the elemental air reading. Okay, so if you're wanting those messages for your sign specifically, then do join us on Patreon. So dear Spirit, what's going on in matters pertaining to love as Venus retrogrades and will more than likely bring back situations? It could be 8 years back, 16 years back. People and circumstances return to either tweak, redo, revisit, fix and move on, move forward, or fix and move on, release and move on. So of course this would depend on your own natal chart, my dear air signs. So let's see what the tarot says nevertheless. So thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for the air element, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. What is possibly going on in the month of August pertaining to their love situation, matters of love. In the now, we have the Knight of Wands. Crowning you is the Ace of Cups, and we had the same position. The Ace of Cups was in the same position for the water element. Okay, so some of you may be dealing with a water sign. We've also got Sagittarius here, some fire, could be Sag, could be Leo, could be Aries. Where are you coming from in the past? Libra or Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles usually shows, the traditional tarot shows him giving more to one person than the other. And we can see it here as well. We can actually see it here. So an unequal giving and receiving. We see he's giving to this person and this person is left out in the cold, having been receiving nothing. So the 6 of Pentacles could speak to a payout, some karma playing out, equal or unequal giving and receiving where relationships are concerned. I don't know if you're dealing with someone that's in a position to, or holds a position where they pay people. There could be someone who holds a position of authority in work. Or it could be that where love is concerned, one is more generous with one side. It could be someone dealing with two different parties, or the two different parties don't have to be two different love relationships. It could be that you are connecting with someone that is giving more to their side, their friends, their family, and less to you and your relationship. So it can go which other way. You know, this is a general reading, remember. So let's see what's going on in the recent past. Queen of Swords, that's interesting. Queen of Swords, it's interesting. So we've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Libra, I would say more so, but you know, usually with the Six of Pentacles, I do see it as Libra, and it's not by chance that we've got the Queen of Swords here, which could be some of you could be cutting someone out from your past, or making some sort of a judgment call. Queen of Swords is very calculating, very logical. She sees everything as black and white. She's very truthful usually when she's in the upright. And this could also be some sort of a decision, a calling, maybe even some sort of, if she's a magistrate, could be some sort of a ruling, because this could possibly speak to divorce or separation. Queen of Swords is usually the divorcee, or someone who's in separation, or just someone that's looking at things from a very logical point of view. Okay, and what's on your mind? Crowning you is the Ace of Cups, which could speak to a potential, or you know, a potential for a new beginning with a new love connection, or a new chapter in an old story. This doesn't have to speak to divorce and separation only. It could be just that you're taking a step back. Someone is taking a step back and seeing more clearly, or communicating more truthfully. In the now position, and the now could be whenever you're watching this video, my dear air signs, we've got the Knight of Wands, which is usually, he's on his horse. Here we see slow, very slow movement. Very different, very opposing energies to the Knight of Wands. We see someone having slowed down. He's either tired of traveling, tired of racing and chasing, and he looks like he's exhausted. That's why he's gotten off the horse. He's exhausted the horse. So he could be traveling from somewhere very far away, or he's just taking his sweet old time. Remember that Venus retrograde is about internalizing the energies of Venus. So looking within, what is it that we truly love? What is it that we truly want for us and in our heart? Remember, Leo, where Venus is retrograding, is the heart. It is about flirtation, fun, happiness, the inner child, doing things that make one happy. It's the ability to create an environment of fun, or of creative expression, even just being very expressive where love is concerned. Remember, Leo is a fire sign, so it speaks to desire and action and will and drive. But here I see exhaustion. And what I'm getting is that the drive or the passion or the action has been stunted by some sort of a conversation, some information that's been shared, something that's been spoken about in the recent past. And it's like the flame is made smaller, or it's ready to burn out, let's say. Someone could be tired of chasing, doing all the work, traveling. There's some form of logic that needs to happen here. Let's see what the potential outcome is. The Three of Pentacles, which can speak to collaboration or putting in the effort. Now, this could be something that's going on at work. All right, this could also speak to an initial point of success, we do see Venus here as well. She's sort of crouching down. It's like business as usual. It's as though love is there, but it's not there. She seems quite crippled, I feel here. Like she's wounded, or she's in pain, or her heart's been broken, or like she's lost her drive, lost her magnetism. I'm getting here. And this may be for a small period of time, as Venus has gone into the underworld. She is going to come through as very much the fighter, very much the warrior goddess, and she is about practical matters. So she's going to be rebirthed, and I feel until then, like the month of August, roughly, will be a little bit mellow and toned down where love is concerned. Let's see what's going on. 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups is usually a card of, mourning the past. Here we see a different story altogether, where we see the 4 cups have been placed in a certain position. It's like she's, I don't know if these are her successes, just like winning something over, and she's putting them up as trophies. So some sort of successes of the past, or the opposite to success. Emotional heartbreaks and disappointments, it could be. And she's holding the Ace of Cups, which speaks to self-love for me here. This month could be a month of self-love. Remember that the 4 of Cups is emotional boredom, emotional unhappiness, not feeling it, not being in the environment of happiness, emotional happiness. There's something's missing here. Yeah, I'm thinking of something that's just not coming through. And we've got the Hanging Man here, so Pisces comes through. Someone needing to surrender, loving thyself first. Remember, the North Node has entered Aries. South Node is in Libra, so letting go of any relationships that were not equal and balanced, and where there was no justice. This could possibly be something that's going on now. Remember that the Hanging Man is surrender. It's like needing to see things from a different perspective, some sort of a major hang-up or major closing up of a cycle. Pisces can also speak to love affairs or blockages or karma that someone is dealing with. But of course, this cannot be going on forever. And we do see it's like a tree in this deck. And the tree speaks to something that's been around for a while. The tree can also speak to a past connection or a spiritual connection. Wow, there's the King of Swords, and we've got the Queen of Swords here. So we've got a couple. It's interesting. And beneath the King of Swords, which could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, it's more my Aquarius card, we've got the 5 of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles, again, feeling left out in the cold. 5 of Pentacles, a sense of lack. 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, lots of changes going on. But we do go from the 5 of Pentacles, we've got the 6 here. So the foundation, the root, is the 6 of Pentacles, which for me is like what you've given out, you will return to you. The work that you've done, the sacrifice you've made in love. Because we see him holding the scales, something needs to be balanced out where there hasn't been balance. And 5s are imbalances. So changes are happening. But here we go to the 3, which is the first initial point of expansion and growth, but also being noticed for your sacrifices, for the love that you've given. And I do get a sense of exhaustion here, trying forever and ready to give up. All right, let's take some other cards and see what's going on. So let's look at the Tarot of Sexual Magic. See what's going on in the sexual arena, where passion and drive. Remember that Leo does rule. It rules children too, and it rules sex. So if those of you that are not wanting to fall pregnant, do take precaution. There's going to be a lot of play and a lot of flirtation, lots of new possibilities. We've got the Magician. The Magician, which is Gemini as well as Virgo. It does speak to either the trickster or the stars aligning to make the magic. The Magician is Mercury, and Mercury will also be retrograding in Virgo, in its home sign, so he will be very powerful. The Magician is an ace, and the ace gives someone the upper hand. Is it the power to communicate? Is this a return and communication? Is this like having all the tools to make the magic, or is there trickery here? For the air signs, for the air element, please, Spirit. We've got the Moon. So maybe there has been deception. Maybe there has been deception here. Because the Moon does speak to things that are hidden. We see crazy things going on here if you notice the illustration. This like having a midnight mass party. What can I say? The Moon is secrecy, and it could speak to deception as well. This is like someone taking part in a party. I'm not going to say what kind of a party it is, but it happens at night under the moon. Lots of secrecy, lots of things going on that are unknown. Let's see what's going on. And we've got the Empress here. So something to do with a mother, because the Moon also is the mother. Remember what I spoke about? Be careful, take precaution. If you're having fun, make sure you take protection, because you may not want to fall pregnant. But the Empress, she's the pinnacle of love and sexuality and magnetism and erotism, let's say. She's very attractive, and she reels them in. I mean, Venus retrograde is about knowing someone's worth, right? It's doing things for thyself. And remember that the North Node is in Aries, which is I, me, my. And the South Node is in Libra, which means we're letting go of relationships that haven't been equal. Now, the Moon can speak to our subconscious, our psyche, possibly fears, and things that are hidden. Okay, so I'm getting some sort of an invitation to something that's not very ethical. We know that the Empress stands very strong. She knows her worth. She's not someone that would fall into a trap. And she's a 3, just like the 3 of Pentacles. It's the Moon that throws me off now. I don't know if this could be something very sexual and erotic and secretive around, because we're having 3 lunations this month. We're having 2 full moons and a new moon. So we're having a new moon mid-month on the 16th in Leo. That could be the time. But this shows a full moon, which will be happening on the last day of August and the first day of August. So something's going on around here. Let's take one more card on the moon. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles. I get deception here, I truly do, because the Ten of Pentacles is logically a card of marriage. It's a card of family. But here we see way too many people. And we see the Empress being here by herself, and we see the Trickster as well. What's at the bottom? Ten of Pentacles could be an ending of a long-term relationship because of infidelity. We've got the Ten of Cups as well, and we see the Divine Masculine walking off. Can we see, we could see that she's offering him a cup, is it? And he's sort of walking off. That's what I'm getting here. Now, of course, some of you could be pregnant at this time, and it could be that a partner of yours is playing up or enjoying themselves, whatever's going on here. But we've got two tens, the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, which means there's an ending to a cycle. And I'm wondering, because the moon can also speak to fantasy or even illusion. Could this be someone that is wearing those rose-colored glasses and thinking of things that may not be really happening? Possibly. Six of Pentacles, we have that here again. And she doesn't seem too happy. And we see a lot of beauty and a lot of sexuality here. But with the moon card there, I do get that there is deception. There are things going on that may have not been, that may not be known. Which, you know, with Venus retrograde, of course, Venus retrograde brings situations about the past and people from the past as well. Now, I don't know if it's anyone that's connected to your family. Ten of Pentacles is the family. Ten of Cups is the family card as well. It's emotional happiness. But remember, Ten of Cups is also the Ace of Cups. Turns into the Ace in a new beginning. So it's all about aces, and the aces for me speak to new beginnings and possibly singlehood. Going it alone. The Empress knows her worth. She could just, you know, wave to someone and, you know, wave to someone and they're at her beck and call. That's how attractive she is. All right, weird messages coming out. Let's take some other cards and see what's going on. What could possibly be going on? Let's take the Lenormand for the air element, air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. What I'm also getting here is like someone fantasizing, and you know, the word fantasy has come up for a lot this month. Someone fantasizing about, you know, having a wonderful time, being with others. Maybe this could only be, maybe this is only a fantasy. Maybe this is only a dream. So fantasizing something that's, you know, out of this world, something that you never think could actually materialize. Yeah, let's see what's going on, because the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups are amazing cards. We've got the Home, we've got the Gamble, which is a risk taking, and we've got the Star. And the star, of course, is a wish fulfillment. Logically, it also speaks to the energy of Aquarius. So someone risking a home or a family for, and it's got something to do with, I don't know, a night out. You know, the dice could be the casino, someone going out to the casino and taking a risk, doing something that they shouldn't be doing, obviously here. And the star usually speaks to progression towards goals. And I'm not reading reversal. It is a card of hope. It is a card of wish fulfillment. But it can also be, remember, the star is Aquarius, which speaks to freedom and detaching and being cold, but also dealings with others. A wish fulfillment. Yeah. Let's take one more. I want to see what this dice is about. And the moon comes through again. Someone like gambling their emotional life away or their home life away. It's like someone taking a risk, and the risk does not pay off. I'm getting here with the moon. We've got the dog, which speaks to loyalty, right? And friendship. But I get deception with the moon. I really get deception. Now, on another hand, and we'll see with more cards, because the moon can also be what we desire, what we yearn for, yeah? And also a secret connection, yeah? A deep connection. What's sitting beneath the dog? We've got the Tower. So it may be someone in a long-term relationship feeling very lonely. The Tower can speak to solitude and loneliness, but it can also speak to doing things by the book, traditions, and the constitution of marriage, the rules and the regulations. It's also very karmic, a very karmic card. And I've got a fly that's just bugging me. Let's see what's going on with the tarots, the Lover's Path Tarot. My God, I can't think with this fly. I think I'm going to have to pause. What's going on for Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, please, Spirit? In the month of August, what is going on? We have the Ace of Cups again. We've got the Prince of Cups, and we've got the Tradition and the Hierophant, which is the marriage card. At the bottom, we've got the Seven of Coins. Seven of Pentacles, which is what you've been investing yourself in. Now, I'm going to say also that because Leo is the house of flirtation, and it's like more the house of dating, you know, one night stands and so on and so forth. It's not the marriage house. It rules the natural fifth house. So it's a time of newness, possibly also risk taking, of course. And of course, with Venus retrograde, we do not start something new unless we don't care if it isn't long term, because there is no promise that, you know, what you see under the light of the moon could be self-deception, because you wake up the next day, right? You get yourself into a rut. You sort of follow what you think is the right thing, and then the moon, the light of the full moon shows you the truth. So maybe falling into a bit of a trap here. Remember, the Knight of Cups is someone that's quite romantic. Ace of Cups, of course, could speak to a possible beginning and self-love, as I always say. And it's the Ace of Cups that this prince is holding. But this prince, remember, he wears a suit of armor. He's been hurt before, or he comes through as just very romantic. I'm wondering, I don't know, I'm wondering if this prince, this knight in shining armor, isn't someone that is following their fantasies. Because we've got the house here, and we've got the marriage card here, and we've got the family card here. So I'm just thinking, you know, tread lightly, tread carefully, because I don't know. Let's see what's beneath the 7. 8 of Wands, lots of love messages, lots of action. Cupid's love arrows are flying through the air. Let's take another layer and see what's going on here. Remember, we had the 5 of Cups, which is like, I'm getting that these are past relationships of hers. That's what I'm getting here. Like she holds them as trophies. But this one could be the beginning of trouble. I'm getting the beginning of some trouble. It's like someone going for fun and falling into a trap, and the trap is falling in love. Let's see what this Knight of Wands is. Wow. A lot of karma. A lot of karma. It's like Spirit is trying to slow down this Knight of Wands, which the Knight of Wands is usually a player. Right? And this is a very karmic card. It's like Spirit is warning, be careful what you're going to get yourself into. And I'm going to say also that, on the other hand, this could also be someone that fears something long term. Because the devil could be, it is Saturn, it could speak to something long term, and we know that the devil sits on the Knight of Wands, who is a player, who does not want to settle down. They don't want long term, unless this knight has had enough and is ready now to settle. So it could go either way. I'm getting a couple of stories here. Why do we have the 6 of Pentacles? The Hanging Man. Let's see, because that looks like an end to a cycle. Yeah, another 10. 10 of Wands. So lots of endings and new beginnings. All right. 10 of Wands is something too heavy to carry. So the Queen of Swords prefers to speak her truth and cut this heavy burdensome burden out. All right. I don't know if some of you are cutting out a fire sign. Could be a water sign as well. Could be, as I said, a Virgo or a Gemini. What is that Ace of Cups there? The Knight of Cups again. I feel that this has already happened for many of you. That this risk has already been taken. Because with the Knight of Cups, and it's as though they're talking to each other. Look at the cards. The Knight of Cups he's showing his cup, and she's showing her cup. She's looking at this Knight of Cups and saying, can I trust you? Now, I'm going to say that this Knight of Cups, on another level, could be someone that's in a relationship where there is no love. Where there is no love. Because the Empress can sometimes be very self-centered and only about herself. So if this is what's happening, then it's going to be like magic. Yes, it can be a trap, but things happen for a particular reason. It's like Spirit is throwing the dice for you and saying, okay, you need to take a risk. You need you need to take a gamble because you're not alive. You're not living anyway. So I want to take one more on the Knight of Cups. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and the Ace of Cups. And we've got the King of Wands. King of Wands as a King of Wands as an energy. He doesn't sit back, right? We did see the Knight, and then we've got the King. But why do I feel that this King is someone that was the one that is a player, yes, that took a gamble, that is falling into a trap, and they'll be taught certain lessons. Because there's a couple of stories playing out here, right? And I don't feel that the Knight of Cups is the same person as the King of Wands. We've got two different knights here, so we've got a fire sign and a water sign. Let's take one more on the Devil, because that speaks to love affairs, and it also speaks to, yes, traps and limitations and the formation of karma and heavy responsibilities. There's the King of Swords. That's why, my dear air signs, some of you are showing up as the Queen of Swords, because it's the King of Swords that maybe stepped out and fell into the trap. King of Swords could be King of Wands as well. Could be the same person. Someone who's very cold with you and not cold with strangers. We do have strong Aquarius here. And Capricorn, both Saturnian ruled signs, Capricorn and Aquarius. Let's see what that Three of Pentacles is. Because remember what we spoke about with this Venus here. She seems like she's been injured. Her heart's been broken. And the Three stands as a love triangle or third parties. Now we've got the Magician once more here. So it looks like the stars are aligning for you to be able to make magic. And also for the trickster to be caught out. To be caught out to pay their dues. Because the Six of Pentacles can speak to paying one's dues. So can the Devil. Yep, judgment. Crisis. A moment of crisis and decisions. Yes, exactly. And someone is going to be single here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Two of Cups. Virgo is all about... Virgo is the sixth natural house that rules work. So I don't know if you've connected with someone through work or... something to do with money at the bank, at the casino, right? Something that is relative to money. We've got the Seven of Pentacles here. We've got the 8, the 9. We've got the 10. We've got the 3, 6, 5. We've got all Pentacles. Earth is very, very strong for you, my dear air signs. Earth is very strong indeed. Seven of Cups, see? Seven of Cups is illusion, sort of. It is like wearing those rose-colored glasses. It could be a trap. Yes, it is. It's very imaginative. It's very creative, very sensual, very dreamy. And we've got the Two of Cups here, the soulmate connection. 8 and 9 of Pentacles. Someone working hard to free themselves, possibly. There is going to be a moment of crisis and a moment of decision for my beautiful air signs. Now, we've got Romeo and Juliet here. We know that this was not an easy relationship. And we've also got Tristan. Tristan to me is like an angel. He's like an archangel. He's like brought from heaven. A heavenly connection with someone. Tristan, I don't know if you know the story to Tristan, but his love life was very, very challenging. And anyway, you can Google it, Tristan, Tristan. The story is amazing. I feel that there's magical energies here, and we even see the beauty here with the couple in the Lover's Path Tarot. Two people that are married under the under the eyes of God, or in the church, again in the eyes of God and Christ. Look at the love here. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. So there is a potential here for a long-term relationship which starts now. It is going to be a wish fulfillment. Maybe the story will be playing out. I don't know if the Aquarius season is going to be an important one, but we've got on the 1st of August, we've got a full moon in Aquarius, right? And then the new moon mid-month on the 16th. So that will be for you, dear Aquarius. Of course, a full moon means something is culminating, completing, and therefore a new moon is a new seed in your house of relationships. So again, very important, obviously, for all the air signs, as it's in good aspect. So a moment of resurrection, crisis, but decision also. And this is Scorpio. And Scorpio is all about death and metamorphosis. Obviously, with the Judgment card, there's been no romantic life here. The potential is here, though. And the fact that we've got the Magician here and here says that this is the hand of spirit. Whatever is going on here, where even if there is trickery, this is leading on to some new situation. 8 of Wands, love messages through the air. Psyche, she had it hard in love as well. She had to jump through hoops to prove her love to Eros. Now, the Princess of Arrows, Page of Swords, so messages, love messages. And then, love messages flying through the sky, through the internet, and then getting stuck. This could be a 7-year turn. For those of you that are in a 7-year, even 7-month commitment, maybe you've moved in together and it's like I feel it's more 7 years here, which is a difficult turn where relationships are concerned. It's a testing time, surely. Anyway, let's go into the individual signs. We did see, of course, Knight of Cups. We've got a King of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Wands. And a lot of sacrifice here at the foundation, but also release. The King of Wands that's crowning this reading is someone that's very playful. I don't like their energy in this reading. And it's all about that passion, that desire, and play. Remember, the devil sits on the Knight of Wands, which turns into the King of Wands. So some of you do have choices, obviously, but I feel that the fact that we've got King and Queen of Swords, this relationship is on its way out, okay? And there's going to be a moment of crisis and a judgment call, which I said already when I spoke of the Queen of Swords. And there it is. So I'm wishing you luck. Let's go into the individual signs, but before we do that, we'll take some love messages, okay, with my handwritten love cards. Little love cards that we take every week on the Twin Flame Soulmate readings. On the individual signs, on Patreon, on Tier 1, we will be taking these cards for each sign. You took the stars from my eyes, you took my heart, and I want it back. There's the deception, the 7 of Swords. I couldn't stay with you because I felt as though I was suffocating. I want to be free. That's the 8 of Swords. Be mine, Ten of Pentacles. New potential, dear friends. I'm ready to take the next step with you. Three of Pentacles, which is here. Another Seven of Swords. I got carried away. I didn't want to hurt you. It didn't mean anything. So we are going to see infidelity. And I think it was the water signs that had those two cards again. Either water or air. Water or fire. I think it was the water signs, but it may have been the fire. Check those out. Depending on, you know, if you have time. After you left me, my world stopped. Please come back. Similar messages. Similar. There are so many, there are two decks in my hand here. And there are similar messages. I want you like crazy. You are so sexy. Ace of Wands. I miss you just as much as you miss me. Five of Pentacles. I was wrong to doubt your love, babe. I apologize. And I have never loved like this before. Six of Wands. Lots of sevens. Lots of sevens. So pay attention to the 7th of August. And the physical distance is so great between us, is so great. I need to decide if I can do this. Time will tell. Someone is in two minds. Maybe you are physically at a distance to each other as well. Ah, my goodness, my goodness. Now the moon in the Lenormand is not like, usually not like the tarot. The moon is moon in Cancer. It's strong desires and fantasies, but very strong emotions as well. Remember, it's the feminine energy. It could speak to motherhood. Please take precaution as well. Maybe for one of you out there, maybe for one person out there, I do see a single mother that is, there's a mix-up here. Someone stepping out and connecting with the mother. And this is a deception which goes really deep. There's something to do with infidelity and something that's very secretive, that when it comes out, I see a tower moment for sure. And I also see for some of you a big age difference where the divine feminine is older than the divine masculine. Anyway. All right, I will leave it there. Let's go into the individual signs. Let's start off with Aquarius. So, dear Aquarius, let's start off with you. So, dear Spirit, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what's going on for them in the month of August where love is concerned? What I get, dear friends, here with the Ace of Cups that she's holding, and she's staring into the unknown. It's like she's fantasizing, like dreaming something up. Something that she's imagining she could take part in. It's like she's in meditation mode, like she's dreaming something up. She's fantasizing about something. Or she's remembering the past, something from the past. Let's see. Aquarius, Aquarius, please, Spirit. Here it is. We've got Blossom and we've got Judgment. And another sign got this. Another element, sorry, got this. No, because these are individual. I don't quite remember. I think it was amongst the water signs that someone got this. I can't quite remember who it was. But, of course, this is Pluto and Scorpio. And I did mention also that this looks like Leo because of the sun. The Judgment card has come through, and this speaks to a moment of crisis, of course, but also a possible resurrection, second chances, help coming through from Spirit. Something is blossoming, something is getting fired up, something is growing and blooming. What's going on for Aquarius? Because remember that judgment can also be a moment of crisis, needing to make a decision on the spur. What's going on for Aquarius in the month of August? We have a new cycle. We have the stork, yearning for a new beginning. The stork also brings the child, so again pregnancy comes through. This is like all the aces, so new beginnings, dear Aquarius. New beginnings, because the path you were on was closed up. It was blocked. Or there's something that's pending, something legal that is pending here, because we see blockages. It's like Spirit is saying, unless I tell you, there is no resurrection. It's up to Spirit here. We've got the Five of Swords, the Justice card, which is number 11, so Libra comes up again, and the Knight of Swords. Now this could also speak to anger, frustration, lots of information, possibly legalities as well. Could be connected to a house move as well. And we've got a Tower moment, which I just mentioned before. There's a rude awakening. This is the Tower. There's some sort of an awareness or a sudden shift. And we've got a new cycle, a transition. It's like there were blockages. It's like something was pending for you, dear Aquarius. There was something that needed to, we needed an electrical storm, let's say, a major upheaval, so that someone could awaken here and a major shift take place to open up a new path, a new journey for you. And this is the Chariot, which again speaks to a house move, possibly overcoming obstacles, a new home. Yeah, it's like some karma pending that you air signs needed to fulfill or to pay back before the new path could open up for you. That's what I'm getting, dear Aquarius. But you've got Cancer here, and Cancer it does rule the moon, and the moon rules the sign of Cancer. So changes possibly where your home is concerned and your emotional life, surely. But some of you are going on a trip or on a journey, but whatever the case is, you're moving towards victory. These changes will take you somewhere much better. That's what I'm wanting to get at. All right, dear Aquarius, so I'm wishing you well. I'm wishing you well. Let's go on to the sign of Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's put these down and get your main card, your main message. Gemini, Gemini. Gemini, in love in the month of August, please, Spirit. Gemini. No. Gemini. We've got balance and we've got temperance. And temperance is like the twins. It's like a twin flame connection. You could see that we've got two halves of a whole, right? They merge into each other. They're two people that are one. So temperance does speak to Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael has come very prominently through for my air signs. So you do have the blessings of Archangel Michael. Ask for his help when you're in need. Temperance is saying that you're going to go through healing. Everything's playing out in divine timing. You will find your balance. You will find your other half and your harmony. Just be patient. Be patient. It's not long to go now. Let's see what's going on for Gemini. Gemini. We've got the lucky clover, which is like the wheel of fortune. We have the marriage card, which has come out for many, many, many signs. And we've got the, we've got like the emperor here, the king. Now we go from a 10 to a 5 because, okay, number 10 is the lucky clover, which is usually the card of Jupiter. And Jupiter does rule Sagittarius. So I don't know if you're dealing with a foreigner, but, or someone that believes differently to what you do. Their beliefs differ to yours. This is usually like the marriage card, but it's also the lucky clover. But it's a 10. And remember, Jupiter in the Wheel of Fortune turns always. It is also a 10, which speaks to a possible ending. Here we've got a 5. We go from a 10 to a 5, which is like going back to the drawing board. And we see a divine masculine here. I want to take one card on this divine masculine because I need more information. Wow, there's the information. There it is. The broken mirror, which is like a death card. Let's take one on the marriage card. I need more information. And the house. This is the 10 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, which is the mother. This reminds me, what I'm getting here is that some of you are finishing up with someone that was gambling, taking risks, stepping out of your marriage. This is what I'm getting, right? So there's a possible ending, and some of you have met someone else that you see as a marriage partner, someone long-term, someone that you value possibly. But I don't see, because remember how we said the Knight of Cups is up here with the Ace of Cups, and then the King of Wands showed up. I don't think that some of you are going to be rid that easily from an ex. That's what I'm getting here. It's like someone is causing troubles here. It's like someone doesn't want to give up. This is the Death card. So I don't know if this is a Scorpio that you're dealing with. Okay. And it's interesting that you've got the wedding card and a wedding card. There is great potential for something long term. You know, even if it doesn't happen now, this month, this is the promise, because your luck is changing. But still what is hanging around is someone from your past. But they will not last long, because we've got the Death card here, which means they will fall out of the equation. But they're still ahead, is what I'm trying to say. Some of you may feel as though you know, it's cost you financially. It's cost your stability and your emotional happiness. But nevertheless, some of you are breaking traditions. You are breaking free from something, from a relationship maybe that was traditional, but your partner was not traditional. They were not following the guidelines and the rules. They were stepping out. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I love to see. These cards are absolutely amazing. It's this card on top of the Emperor or the King, whoever this is, because we do see someone that's quite, going by the rules, whereas this King, he's glorious. He thinks that he's, top notch, and he's got He's got a name for himself, or he sees himself as a leader, nevertheless. And see, we've got the star. So the star has the high priestess and the hermit. So the star is a wish fulfillment at a physical distance, timely distance. It can speak to detaching as well. So I don't know if some of you are letting go of an Aquarius, possibly. Dear Gemini, I don't know. But some of you are hoping that this person finishes up from you and in your life, right? And you know, the hermit also speaks to someone that goes into an awakening, a spiritual awakening, or goes into hermit mode. So that's what I have for you, dear Gemini. That's what I have for you. Or, you know, the hermit could also be a professional where they're seeking advice. But I get them as troublemakers. That's what I'm getting. So, all right, let's go on to the next sign now. I'm wishing you luck, dear Gemini. I really am. Let's go on to the next sign of Libra. We'll shuffle these a little bit more in a moment. Let's take your main message. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please, Spirit. Libra. Libra and love in the month of August. Libra, you are hosting the South Node now. So lots of fated changes and letting go of unhealthy and unhappy relationships, partnerships, surely. The next 18 months are going to be very transformative, where karma and fate is concerned for you. You've got an emperor here. And in this emperor, I do see him as possible Gemini, because we do see two emperors, or a Leo. We've got a big sun behind him. Or an Aries or a Taurus, could be any other sign, but as an energy, it's saying take the lead yourself in love, possibly. Or this is someone that's going to provide you with security. This could be someone who is a father, someone that's responsible. Let's see what the other cards speak to. For Libra, please, Spirit. We've got successful marriage, passionate love. Now, I'm not reading reversals in these little oracle. In this oracle, it's the Ten of Cups, which you've got there. But we see that, yeah, we see that she's handing him a cup and he's looking the other way. So, to me, this is an unsuccessful marriage and a passionate love, someone that's taking their passion elsewhere, because we see that this beautiful energy, this Ten of Cups, which can turn into the Ace, yes, is next to the open door, which speaks to loss. Loss, because the door is open, right? And this speaks to finances and as well as stability. So some of you are suffering loss, emotional and financial. I don't know if you've been dealing with someone that was quite egotistical, that's been humbled, possibly that King of Wands, I would say. We do see a crown here. Now, the crown of this emperor is not as big, so it does make a difference to me, right? The bigger the crown, the bigger the ego. Let's see what's going on for Libra. What is promised here for you, Libra? Oh my God. Oh my God. The same story as Gemini. They had the same king with the big crown, which ties in very much. And you know what's interesting is that this is a king, but it's the emperor himself, which is also here. So because I'm not taking reversals, right, in this Psychic Tarot of the Heart oracle, there are two emperors, one that deserves to wear the crown, I'm going to say, and the other one does not. So that's what I'm getting for you. There's the Tower. Yes. Please check out the Gemini and the Aquarius reading. part of the reading. Let's take one more, because the Tower is a Tower moment. Sudden awareness, shock, shift, change. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's a sudden ending with this Emperor here. It's like Spirit is wiping them out of your life, because there's also something else that you desire here, which could be physically at a distance. We've got the train, the journey begins, the Chariot is here, right? So I believe that there's a new journey coming in for you, right? I do believe that that is what is asked for. That is what is aligned with you because of this card for me. I love it. And see, you do have choices. You've got the keys, and it could be a soulmate, right? Maybe someone that felt that they never fit in, someone maybe who's got children, someone who maybe comes from a different part of the world than what you do. So, dear Libra, I know that with the South Node, obviously, in your sign, this means huge life changes. But you've got two keys. This is a possibility for a new home and a new relationship that is very, very promising. This is the Six of Cups, which says there is a soulmate that's entering your life, or they've already entered, and maybe they've fallen for you. Maybe they have other obligations. Maybe they are parents as well. So take the story, take the reading as it resonates for you, and I will leave it there. I want to thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me here, my beautiful air signs. I'm wishing you well. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Thank you so much. I will talk to you soon. Namaste. All the best.